All right, so let's do hash extension. And this one, we're going to need to use burp. I think I'm just following pretty much that video we saw. So I've got burp. So first we're going to go here and see how this works. So if you open this page, username is Joe and password is Joe. So if you log in, you get in, and it shows you some information here. It shows you the authorization cookie is this. It has a hash value, looks sort of like an MD5, then a pipe, then username equals Joe. So this is the message, username equals Joe, and that is the MD5 of it, and this is an authentication tag. It has a secret and then the message, and you don't know the secret. So it verifies this. Cookie authentication is correct. So it found the name here, username equals Joe, and so now it says, welcome Joe. You're effectively logged in. And so we want to make a forgery of this hash. So it fits pretty well into what we've been talking about today. So what we're going to do is use burp, just like that video. So let me get my burp up. All right. Here comes burp. Okay, and so in burp, you always start by going to the proxy tab and turning off intercept, or it won't let you any traffic through and it's no use. Then you open the browser inside burp, and a browser will pop up, and you can surf the web in here, and burp will capture the traffic so you can modify it. So we're going to open that page, the same page in there, in that browser. All right. All right, and log in. And now we're going to go look in burp to see the traffic that did that in history. And there was a bunch of junk that happened. And down here, there it is. This was the post that sent my username and password up to burp. Let me drag this up so you can see it. All right, so what was sent here was a bunch of junk. And here's username is Joe and password equals Joe. That's what logged in. Then it went to this page, which is where it's going to say, welcome Joe. If you actually render it, this is where it's going to say, welcome Joe. So this is the page that matters to us. This is the page where it got a cookie, and based on that cookie, it decided I was really Joe. So I want to investigate forging this page. So I'm going to send this page to the repeater, that request. That's the one I want. And so here it is. It's going to send up this cookie, this authorization cookie. And if the server believes it, the response will tell me it believed my name. So I'm going to send this one again, look at the response, and render it. And I see this welcome Joe. So it tells me here the authentication was correct. So for example, if I was to modify that cookie by changing this 7 to an 8 and send it, then the response would say, error, cookie invalid, and you don't get in. So, all right. Oh, and I left the secret leaking out here, which I have to remove that. I was having trouble writing this. It's leaking out my secret here, which is unprofessional. I'll clean that up. But anyway, we're going to forge it with pretending we don't know that. That was not intentional just to leak that much information out. All right, so we're going to make a forgery and fool it. And we're going to do it with links extension. And so in order to do that, we're going to need a length extender, a hash extender program. So I should be able to do that in my local Linux machine. Let me see. I have a local Debian machine running on this ARM, and I don't think it'll matter that it's ARM. And I'll want to, as usual, connect with SSH, because I've gotten very used to doing this like everything is a cloud server. All right, let me log in and get the password. I could work from the desktop, but I find graphic desktops of Linux to just be an irritation. I'd rather have SSH. So here, SSH Debian at 192, 168, 121, 128. Okay, and then the password. And now I'm in my Linux machine. And let's see, I should make a directory, 141, and go in there. All right. Anyway, now I can do this sudo apt update. All right, while that's happening, then I'll add this stuff because you have to build this thing from source, which is not too hard. Some kind of garbage. It looks like there's a problem with the date. September 13 I think there is a problem with the date. Now the date has updated. Okay. No, it's down to 6 October. Huh. Oh, that's rude. All right. How do you update? Let's see, Debian. Update date from web. There's probably a command I need to execute to make that happen. Yeah. Sudo apt-get install rdate. I bet if I just wait a bit, it'll update. Date. Nope, okay. Just a moment. Let's see. Let's see if anybody has, they're using a GUI. All right, I think I'm going to have to use this rdate thing. There's got to be some way to automatically set the date. NTP date? That's an idea. Let's try that. Do you have NTP date? Nope, but I could install it maybe. Let's see what these guys say. Sudo date to update your time. Oh, well, that's one way to do it if you don't install anything. But I think installing something, this is the one I've done before. That's reconfigure your time zone, though. That's not it. NTP date. Yeah, you can synchronize it to a clock with the following command. Okay, I think you're right. Let's try NTP date. So I do sudo apt install NTP date. It seems to me like the server ought to have some kind of automatic process to do this, but somehow it's not happening. So let's try this, ntp date pool ntp.org, which is like a sudo. Okay. Well, okay. It looks like that did it. And now it's October 12. Good. All right, now I can do. Good, that was good. Now I can do sudo apt update and give it a password. There we go. And now it doesn't complain anymore. All right, good. Thank you. A little bit of system administration. And now I can go install this stuff. Build Essential and Git, which may not have already been on this machine. I haven't done much with this one on my ARM system. Apparently, I did not install Build Essential yet. That's a series of compilers like GCC and a few others. Now I can just clone the source code for hash extender. I can go into there and make. And fatal error. OpenSSL. I guess I need to install OpenSSL. So it's sudo apt install OpenSSL. All right, this is a problem. OpenSSL dev. Yeah, I was thinking about that. That's a good test. Often what you need. Nope, that's. Yep, let's find out. Debian install. I think you have to have a version or something. Let's get something recent. And let's get it Debian. I think the first one might be Debian. This is Debian Buster. Good. libSSL dev. That's what somebody says. That sounds pretty good. Those answers. Well, let's I'll try what the student suggests. libSSL dev. Let's see if that does it. Nope. All right. Well, let me do this the way I'm going to get this. Fatal error. This thing here. No such file or directory. Let's see what people recommend for this on Debian. And I'll have to add this to the project when I solve it. OpenSSL, no such file or directory. Here we go, but that's from 2013, so that's rude. Here's 2017. OpenSSL development package, which is available. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. I had an extra E, libSSL dev. Okay. OpenSSL dev sounds pretty good too. Let's see what these guys say. libSSL dev. Okay, you say I just spelled it wrong. That would explain it. libSSL. Oh, you're right. Okay, libSSL dev. Good. Ah, this sounds good. All right, let me take a note. If this works, I'm going to add it to the project. libSSL dev. Okay. Now, let's see if that does it. Now, let's see if make runs now. Ah, it ran. Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate you people helping me. Let me get back to the instructions here. All right. So now you do make, just run it, /hash extender. And there it goes. This shows you how to use it. And by the way, this is the easy part. You probably just want to, this is the data you want to add. Here's the original signature. And the data, right, here's what you have is you have a tag, you have a message and its tag. And you want to make a longer message and forge the tag. This is the original message. This is the original signature. You add this data, and with that hash function, and you have to know the length of the secret, which confused me in lecture yesterday, and now from doing this project, I understand why you need the length of the secret, and you will too. So, we're going to forge a cookie, and here's how it goes. Now, we know from burp here, the way this works, the cookie, here's the data, username equals Joe. The %7c is a pipe character, that's just a delimiter, so the data is just username equals Joe, %3d is the equal sign. And then this is the tag for the authorization tag. So I know there's what it does is it takes this, it puts a secret before it, and then hashes it with MD5, with secret prefix. So the username equals Joe is the data. The hash is this 7C7 up to 822, and you can see, oh, this is the one I modified that doesn't work. It should be this one, 7. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, the first bit here is 7. I changed the 7 to an 8 to make one that wouldn't work. So let me just run this, send this through and make sure it's okay. And it is accepted, okay. So it's 7C up to 22 is the hash. And so I've got that number already filled in here. So here's the game, here's the original data, here's the hash, and I'm going to add this to it, and username equals administrator. And so, function is MD5. Now I happen to know the length of the secret is 12, so I'm going to feed that in, and you'll see why you have to know that. And the format of the output data I'm going to put in HTML. So that's the game. You need that to calculate the forgery, and there it is. And it didn't take it, so something is wrong. Hash extender, username equals Joe, secret, A, FMD5 minus L12 minus out data format, couldn't parse, hash extender couldn't parse argument, all right? All right. Maybe it's the out data format is not right. Let's see. Out data format equals -- out data format. Oh, it's an equals. Whoops, got to fix that. Each equals HTML. Okay, let me make another note to fix this. Equals HTML. That happened to me before, and apparently I did not update my instructions. This is the problem with new projects. So I'm going to just Control-C. I'm going to paste it so it's pretty. And now I'm going to modify it. You need an equals right there. There. All right. And I think it still didn't like it. Out data format. Well, all right. Let's try to simplify the problem. What if I just did this without specifying the out data format, for starters? Let's see if it'll take that much. Maybe there's a problem with these. What's that?
There's a dot in front of it.
There's a dot in front. Oh, I need a dot. Oh, that's it. That's true, I do. I don't know how that happened. All right, let's put a dot in. All right. And it still won't even take that. Okay, what is the story here? Couldn't parse argument. Well, all right. Let's try doing this with /hash. Let's just try putting in junk minus data 1 minus S. And I'm going to need a thing the size of MD5 here. Minus A, to add that, minus F, MD5 minus L12. Oh, okay. Well, I had a lot of trouble with this. Seemed pretty easy when I did it at home. Now it just won't take it no matter what I do. Maybe it's just totally not going to work on the ARM platform. Couldn't parse argument, and I didn't paste in anything. Well, actually, you know, I see data equals data, file equals file. Maybe everything's supposed to have equals in it here. Oh, wait, username, no. What about this? Minus D equals. Nope. All right. I seem to be unable to use this program on this system, which I'm probably just making some simple mistake, but I think the next thing to try is a Linux machine on Intel, because that's what I did it on before, so let me connect to one of them. I do not know what's happened here, but we'll try using a different system. I want to go to this one. Theoretically, when you compile code, the underlying processor is not supposed to matter, but I think maybe it did. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, I've got a Debian desktop here. So let's clear and sudo apt update. All right. And sudo apt install hash extender. Don't know if it's dash or must be a dash. Oh, that's right. No, I can't. I got to do that wget stuff. So I need to go here and go to Sam's class and whichever class this is. This one and this one. All right, one more try. All right. Okay. Right here. All right. All right, let's see. I guess I better do this in case it's not already installed. Get and build essential. Whoa, Control C. Yeah, copy and paste did not work using some keyboard shortcut. I better use the mouse. Shift Control V should work, and it does. Okay. All right. Good. Git clone. Those two I can probably do together. All right, and let's try make and see if it works. Oh, and I see my thing is not on the screen for the remote viewers there. Okay. Compilation target. Okay, doesn't have the OpenSSL, so we did that before. It's sudo apt install. Was it OpenSSL? libSSL.dev. Okay. Okay, now make. Okay, now let's see if it'll take this command, where I think I do need an equal sign in the last bit, but I think that's the only actual problem here. Ha! And it works. So that's really rude. One of those libraries, libSSL or something, doesn't work on the ARM platform. So that's disturbing. All right. Now I've got the information I need. This is my forged cookie. So I'm going to send that up. So let me get this set up. I'm probably going to have to install burp on this Linux machine. I don't know how to do that. Can I choose sudo after install burp? It might be, oh, I'm getting something. All right. I don't know if this is really burp. I need to get burp suite. Let's see what burp does. Okay. Setting up burp. Okay, let me just Google how to put burp suite on Linux. On Debian. All right, here's somebody telling me how to install it on Debian 10. That's what I need to do. All right, I guess whatever that thing I just installed is probably not really burp. What is this garbage? There. Oh, you need to have Java. Okay. All right, it's going to take a little while, but it's probably not bad to have it in the dash version, I think. Oh, it does have Java. Well, that's handy. All right. So, download latest version. Okay. Let's see if this is going to open. I need to get the, okay, Burp Suite Community Edition. Okay, but you don't have to tell it what OS you're using. Click the download the latest version. Download button on a Linux machine? It's an SH script? Okay, that's news to me. Maybe it's going to detect that I'm on Linux somehow. Let's see. Go straight to downloads. I don't know what this email garbage is. Okay, professional community edition. Oh, Linux, good. Download. Well, that's good. I'm getting a shell script. That's awesome. Save that file. Okay, and that's going in, I guess, my downloads folder. Yep, home Debian downloads, all right. And now I assume I just have to run that. Well, this is far friendlier than most Linux installs are. Yep, just run it to execute the script. All right. Let's go here. CD downloads, ls. Oh, it's not there. Where did it go? Oh, no, this is my ARM-based system. This is this system. Okay. So CD downloads, ls. There it is, Burp Suite. So I assume I have to run it with sudo to install something. Let's try it without, but it should complain. It's not executable. I've got to make it executable. Okay. Chmod plus X, burp. Okay, now I can run it. All right. Oh, wow, it's graphical and everything on Linux. I'm not used to this. Wow. This is like all advanced and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Pete thought it might be the build essential didn't work right on ARM. I think this means that whatever libraries they have precompiled stuff for ARM are not quite right. That's what I thought. Root permissions. Okay. You can restart it or run the following command as root post-installation. I'll just cancel and do it again with sudo, which is what I thought would be necessary. However, that was a very friendly error message, far nicer than usual. All right. Well, all right, I guess it's still doing something. Okay, finish. All right, now I can probably start burp up here with the GUI. There's a way to search for things, I think. But I don't know how to search for things on Linux. There's some way to get a box where you can search, but I don't know enough about the Linux GUI. Might be internet, not internet. Other? Burp, okay. There it is, good. All right. I accept whatever. All right, next, start burp. I don't care about any of this. I want to go to proxy, turn off intercept, open the browser. I don't know what you're talking about. Forget your stinking key ring. Sure, do whatever about, I'm talking about passwords, open browser. Okay, now, whoops, I got to be inside here. I want to get to my browser that has the instructions. All right, Control W should close a tab. Okay, and I want to get the URL here. So I got the hash extender. And I need to open that page, which was, might just be able to see it here. Yeah, 141, I'll get it up here. There, that's the page. Okay. Copy link location. All right, now I got to get back to the browser and put it in here. All right, whoa, what is this garbage? Control C. The keyboard shortcuts don't do what they should. All right, and nope, more weird things are happening. Control V, okay. And I think I got to start at PHP to log in. Intercept is on. Thought I turned that off, all right. Now let's go to my page again. There, login failed. Maybe it's HTM. There we are. There's the login page. So now I log in. That's what I needed. Now I go back to burp. History. There we go. And so it's the welcome page is what we want to do. That's the one that gives you a response that shows that it recognized you. That's the one we want. We send this one to the repeater. All right. And it would be easier if I made the font bigger, which may or may not be possible. Let me just try doing that for a minute. Burp settings or something. User options. Yeah, especially on Linux, it might be really hard to find any way to change the font. Configuration library? Holy cow. I don't know what all that madness is. All right, I may just put up with it being small. User options, now we've been there. Yep, it looks help. Check for up. Yeah, okay. I think we probably got. I just hosed tried to do anything complicated like change the font on Linux. All right. So anyway, I've got the cookie there, and I just want to get the forged cookie from that command line here. All right. And I could scroll up and find it, but I'm just going to repeat it. There we are. That's the hash extender command. Oh, I got to be in that directory. Okay, now I repeat that command. Okay, so this is the signature, and that's the new added data. And this is why I needed to know to link to the cookie. So this is what replaces username equals Joe, is all this garbage. And this is what I wanted to show you and explain. If you go back to here, the end of this, username equals Joe, That's what I have to replace by what's in the clipboard. So it used to say username equals Joe. Now, all right, Shift Control V doesn't work. Come on, Control V. Control V works. All right, now I put in username equals Joe, and then a whole bunch of null bytes, 80 and a bunch of null bytes, and then some other stuff at the very end, like 26. This is the padding, because what happened is I have the tag for username equals Joe plus padding. Remember, it had to fill the block. So if I want to add more stuff, I can't change anything, and I have to predict how much the padding was there. That's why I needed to know the link to the secret. And then I'm going to add a second username equals administrator at the end. So there's two flaws here. The first thing is I have to be able to guess the length of the secret to know how many of these null bytes to put in. And the second thing is I have to have a website that will let me define the username twice and believe the second one. And that is common, although not all websites do that. So now I've got the new data, the new cookie data, but now I need to have the new authentication tag to go with it. And that is what's here, the new signature. So I copy that. And I'm going to replace it here. So let's delete the old one and paste in the new one. There, so if I've done it right, it's going to accept that and make me the administrator. And it works. So exposes the flag, I'm swapping them. So that's the point. And that's trying to explain what puzzled me. You need to know the length of the secret. Because if you don't, it's not going to work because you don't know how many of these null bytes you had to put in. Because it has to be enough to fill the block. So that's the hash extension attack. And if I just go back to the instructions here, which somehow are not coming to the front, here we go. There. So there's one where you just follow the steps and you'll find the flag, like the flag I just showed in the video. You better to just do it rather. And then you got another one to find where I don't give you any of that information, and you have to find it here. So give it a shot, and I'm going to make a note to remove leaking the secret if I can remember to do that. This is project C108. Stop leaking secret. All right, I got a few things to fix about it, but that's what I wanted to show you there. And let me check, see no comments asking questions about it now, so I'm going to stop this video and move on to another one.